Moana 2 comes out later this fall, and I kind of hope it fails. But let me explain why. Moana was a massive hit for Disney back in 2016, and it had everything Disney wanted. It had a great story. It was a great princess movie to help with the theme park rides. And it was directed by legendary directors John Musker and Ron Clements. They did Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Hercules, and my personal favorite, Treasure Planet. If you haven't seen Treasure Planet, go check it out. It makes life worth living just a little bit. Not to mention, it had a hit soundtrack.
Let it go, let it go.
Just kidding. But they are similar, right?
How deep it goes. Oh, let it go.
Right? And it was successful in the way Disney wanted. It made a lot of money. So making a sequel makes sense, right? 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 But that's not what the original plan was. Originally, they set out to make a TV show back in 2020 for Disney Plus, back when every single studio thought that streamers were just a money-making machine. But now, they've learned that streaming is not the cash cow they thought it was. So what are they going to do? Well, they're going to rework the entire TV show that's already made into a movie. Why is this such a bad idea? Let me break it down. They announced in February of this year that they're going to rework this series for a movie coming out this fall. That is not enough time to rework a TV show into a movie. Not only is that a tight schedule, but it also just destroys all the work that those artists put into it. So I can't find out how many episodes there were supposed to be, but let's assume 8. That seems like a fair number to give. And let's assume that the runtime is around 20 to 30 minutes each. So they're reworking a 160-minute project into an 80 or 90-minute movie. That sounds awful. That's not how stories are made. To give them the benefit of the doubt, yeah, they could have been working on this long before that it was formally announced, but something tells me that didn't happen. The reason why I don't think they've been working on this for a long time, turning this TV show into a movie, is because back in 2024, when they announced that Moana 2 was going to be a movie, they revealed that they don't have the original actors contracted for the movie yet, but they are working on it, which means that they have to re-record the entire movie with the original actors. Why is this bad? Well, it sucks for the original actors who, were in the TV show thinking that they were going to have a nice hit on their hands and now their work is gone. But also, it means the original actors have to essentially ADR their entire work. So in a typical animated movie, you typically record the dialogue first and you record yourself and send that over to the animators. They do this for several reasons. One is they might improvise the lines. Another is they might give different dialogue readings to different lines. All of that informs the animation, and the animators use the acting as reference for when they actually animate stuff. But there's no time for that. This movie comes out in the fall. This movie is most likely 100% animated, so the actors can't make a single change to the dialogue. They can't give it in a different way. They can't read it differently. They can't improvise. They have to match the animation at this point, which is kind of a part of being an actor. Or the actors will give different line readings of dialogue, and the animators will have to redo their work and work on a crunch schedule because the clock is ticking. Why might the actors do that? Some of the actors on this movie, I'm not going to name names, but some of them may be a tad difficult to work with. Some of them, when they walk into a room, the hierarchy of power changes, and you just have to deal with them because that's who they are as a person. Either way, not a great scenario. And another reason why this is such a bad idea is because the artists that worked on this movie were not paid a fair rate. TV artists are usually paid less than feature artists. I don't agree with that. I think work is work, but that's the world we're living in right now. But those artists who worked on Moana 2 were originally paid to make a TV show. So they were working as TV artists even though they produced a feature, which means every artist got paid less than they would have had this been a feature from the start. And I highly doubt that Disney's going to pay them any type of back rate or anything like that because they're Disney. So Disney is getting a feature even though they paid for a TV show. And that's really bad for artists. So if Moana 2 comes out this fall and no one can tell the difference in animation quality, if no one can tell the difference in the acting quality, why wouldn't Disney just do this over and over again? Where they crunch the schedule, where they overwork people, where they erase people's work. And that's why I hope it fails. I don't intend for it to be malicious, I just know that Disney will do this over and over again, And that will hurt the artists. That will hurt the people who don't get paid that much, not the ones that might hang out on yachts. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. My name is Ben. I'm new here. The reason I'm doing this is because I like to talk about entertainment, but more of the business side of things. And I come from the entertainment industry. I've worked in this industry for quite a while, and I just think I offer a cool perspective. So if you want to keep watching my videos, yeah, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Thanks.